So we are back off the back of a really good win away at Watford. We're back at home looking to get our first home win today on a very, very rainy day in Blackburn. That's for sure. Hopefully that doesn't reflect the mood of Blackburn Rovers come the end of the 90 today. It's going to be a real test today. It's kind of a free hit in my eyes. I mean, I'm not expecting much. This is a team that's obviously just come down from the Premier League and is still littered with brilliant players at this level. I mean, without stating the obvious, obviously, Sammy Smodics returns to Ewood today, which should be interesting. I hope he gets a really warm reception, and I'm sure he will. But yeah, I mean, I've just seen the lineup. Pulled over and had a look at the lineup. It's an interesting one with Carter making way for Miller. Is that because Carter's got another knock again? Who knows? But I didn't go to the Bradford game. Apparently Miller had a fantastic game at centre half there. So I mean, he was man of the match that day. So hopefully he can do the business today, and obviously it gives us that different option as well with his long throw-ins, which always come in handy, don't they? So yeah, other than that, no changes. I wouldn't have minded seeing Good Johnson start, to be honest. I thought he was amazing when he came on against Watford. The hold-up play, the flicks, the skills. I haven't seen a striker do stuff like that. I don't know if ever, to be honest with you, with the skills paired up with the hold-up play. Obviously Danny Graham was brilliant with the hold-up play, but he couldn't do skills like that with Good Johnson. And it's just good to see we've got a really positive player to come off the bench. It does seem like McTow's going to be struggling for minutes this season, which is probably why we tried moving him on. But yeah, should be an interesting game. My prediction, I'm going to be somewhat positive and go with a 1-1 draw. But yeah, Ipswich are just coming off the back of battering Sheffield United 5-0. But I mean, everyone was battering Sheffield United, I suppose. So it should be an interesting one. I'll see you on the ground. Shite. Who scored? What are we doing? What the fuck's he done? Oh dear.
Just bring Pape on.
It's not great. I love it. Fuck up this gun! That's disgusting! Brought on. Smonic's coming on. He's bloody good with those balls, isn't he? Fuck me.
Number 23, Sammy Smollett.
Hey!
Fucking wrong Ryan went for that.
Good! Oh! So lucky. Stuff. Come on, lads.
Movement, ins and outs, ins and outs. Yes! Oh.
I guess it's not.
Wiped him out.
Take him out. Hey! Fucking water, Jesus.
Shit. Yes, that's right. So 2-1.
You busy fucker!
As soon as that happens,
You can't stop getting!
Same for everybody.
Fucking crocky shit!
10 minutes left. they've been told. Why ain't brought the songs on the telly?
Losing 1-0, we got fucking tops off. Jammy twats.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. I'm sorry to say that the match has been called off by the officials. And the decision will be made whether the match will be replayed by the officials in due course. Thank you very much for your support and apologies once again. We wish everybody, on behalf of Ewood Park and Blackburn Rovers, a very safe journey home. Thank you.
Well then, I have never seen that before at Ewood. We've had games called off in the past before a ball was kicked, but to get to near enough the 80th minute and have the game called off is just an absolute farce, to be honest with you. You know, obviously Rovers have to take some responsibility for it. At the end of the day, it's our pitch that's flooded. But unfortunately for us, we have a pitch that drains all its water into the river by the side of the ground, and as I was walking back to my car, that river is extremely full, hence why the pitch started to become waterlogged. But yeah, I mean it seems inevitable at this point that the game is obviously going to be replayed at 0-0, 11v11, which is a massive kick in the balls for us. We were desperate for that home win, absolutely desperate for it, and for us to get them down to 10 men, get the penalty, yeah, and for 10 minutes to be left. And I do think the Ipswich players made a point of knocking it back between them, back and forth, to show the referee, look, you know, they weren't doing anything as they were passing it back and forth, literally seconds before the ref blew up. But to be fair, the ball was sticking. But, you know, it goes back to the whole thing of, I mean, players back in the 80s or whatever, obviously way before my time, but from what I've seen and from what I've been told by older people, they'd love to have played on a pitch like that today. You know, they would have just got on with it. You know, half the pitches back then were just mud, no grass. So it just so frustrating, and I understand the risks involved with injuries and whatnot. And you know, if it was the other way around and we were away at Ipswich 1-0 down with 10 men, would I want the game to be called off? Yeah, of course I would, but it still doesn't mean it's not extremely frustrating, the outcome of that match. When you've worked so hard to get to where we were, I thought 1-0 probably would have been a fair result. I thought the first half Ipswich probably edged it, but I think 0-0 was fair going into half time. And then obviously the second half, you know, we worked hard to get him down to 10 men. Taylor Gardner-Hickman, I have to give him his flowers today. Wow, you know, that ball he played, a really dangerous ball over the top for Yuki. He would have got on the end of it if the Ipswich defender hadn't brought him down. You know, somewhat similar to obviously the way McLaughlin got sent off, funnily enough, the last home game, but fortune favoured us this time with that. And yeah, I mean, I thought he was brilliant today. The amount of passes over the top and just seeing things, for me, he seemed 10 times better than Sidney Tavares. You know, Tavares has had his moments, but I've not seen anything like that from Tavares, just popping balls off over the top and having that vision. You know, Tavares seems a player who's good with the ball when there's no pressure. He's kind of cool, calm and collected, but you know, you put a bit of pressure on him and kind of doesn't really do as well sometimes as he probably should. But yeah, I was really impressed with Gardner Hickman today. Yeah, I mean, the back line was fairly solid. I mean, obviously Miller comes in. Unfortunately, Carter injured again. You know, I mean, who would have predicted that? Seems like he'd maybe been rushed back, unfortunately. For that Watford game, you have to excuse me. I weren't expecting it to be so cold today. Like, I'd come with just this jacket, and I always keep scarf, hoodie, and scarf, hat, and gloves rather in my pockets. And it's a good job I do. I should have been bloody freezing today, but yeah, I just couldn't. I already have a cold, so this game hasn't really helped, unfortunately. But yeah, I thought Miller did really well at the back. Scotty Wharton was solid again. Albiasu and Ribeiro were decent. So yeah, I mean, it was a really decent performance. And I mean, at the end there, I waited till the bitter end off. I mean, more than half the ground had gone by the time it got announced. But yeah, obviously the game called off, and the referees will be making a decision as to whether, you know, what the outcome is, I guess. If you were to do it in a fair manner, you would kind of suggest with only 10 minutes left, Rovers should be handed the win. If it was the other way around, I'm sure Ipswich fans would be saying the same. You know, I took the video there at the end. The Ipswich fans were bloody shirts off, bloody waving them. That's how happy they were to get away with that. And you know, they think that obviously they've managed to get away with murder, really, being 1-0 down away from home with 10 men. So, you know, I'm not sure I'd be whipping my top off and waving it about if that was happening to me. I mean, at the end of the day, they know they deserve to lose that game, but you know, Shaw's puts it into context how much they've got away with one there. It really does, and it is a kick in the balls. But yeah, I suppose we're just gonna have to lick our wounds and look at Charlton away now, which, you know, we never go to these newly promoted teams and win, so I'm not expecting anything, I'll be honest with you. It's probably not what you want to hear after such a bitter end today, but yeah, we have an absolutely horrendous record against newly promoted teams away from home. And then following that, we've got Swansea at home, the first night game of the season, other than obviously Bradford, but the first league night game of the season. But yeah, I'm cold, I'm wet. I'm gonna leave it there, to be honest, guys. I'm very deflated after that. I wish I could have got on here and been speaking about Rovers' first home win, and that would have been a really positive result against a team which I went into the day seeing it as a free hit. You know, newly relegated sides. We've got like the likes of Jack Clark, Kipre, Smodics, just sat on the bench. It's ridiculous. You know, I'm so envious of the fact they've got a bench like that. And yeah, it just kind of, again, you know, no wonder they were so happy to kind of get away with what probably will be a replay at 0-0, obviously, 11v11. It's terrible, but yeah, I mean, I suppose we need to do better at making sure our pitch can actually drain, don't we? But anyway, cheers for watching, guys. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll be back at some point with another vlog against Ipswich at home. Jesus Christ, there's a nearly bloody aquaplane my car with massive bloody puddles that are building up on these roads. But yeah, cheers for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Make sure to leave a comment.